Hello. Good evening.
Howdy.
Yay. Hi. Welcome back. Expired Milk and Existential Gamer.
Long time no stream.
I know the holiday season really took it out from us, and
Yeah.
it's nice to be back.
Then last week I was at a work thing.
Yeah. You were at a retreat and then a work thing.
I was very busy last week. Very unlike normal life where I don't do anything at all.
Yeah, same. How is everybody?
I'm chilling, enjoying the season, doing home.
That's right.
Yeah,
You're doing some
you're off.
decorating and stuff, right? Expired Milk. You're like,
yeah, it's like those like the curtains, but I also got a silverware organizer.
Whoa!
Because before I was just piling all my forks and things on a towel on my counter, but now I'm a real person.
Wow. Did you get one that's like the ones that are all side by side, or the one that is like narrow and you stack them?
It's they just have like one thing for each utensil.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it took
wow.
My drawers are very
That's
small,
exciting.
so I had to find one that was small enough to go inside.
Very good. Yeah, so we're gonna look at some Terfy memes, but also included are some just like screenshots I've taken of like Twitter and Tumblr posts that I thought we could also discuss. I have a cough, so I'm gonna have to mute and cough occasionally, like any moment now, because I can feel like coming. Oh no!
Oh, do it now.
Yeah. But yeah, so many familiar names in the chat. So hello to everybody. Hi, Tapewoman, and thank you so much for the super chat. That's very kind. Hi, Rosie. Hi, Nyx and Lee and Ice Goddess and Tori and Radybugs. Thanks. Yeah, thanks. I am actually I feel fine. I am not sick. I mean, I think I'm not sick. I feel fine. I just have a cough for some reason. So
strange.
You're just transforming into your next
normal.
Pokemon phase.
You're evolving.
Right. Well, yeah. So I meant to. This is not really related. Rat Dog, hello. Okay. Shall we start looking at some memes?
I love memes. Let's do it.
Okay, me too.
Let's see what the youth are chatting about.
I want
the youth.
Yes.
The youth. I want to open the slides on my phone just so I can see like what's next.
Yes.
Okay. Our first one. It's bad.
No!
I love this.
Oh wow, this is so involved.
Oh my gosh.
It is so funny.
I love this.
The trans paper doll. The gender.
Look at how buff this dude is.
I also love that there's the face one in the top right, or top left, I mean, where it's his same face just with lipstick.
Oh my god, this is the best. I love how it says that I know myself too.
Right. The handbag that I know myself to own.
I love the sash.
Oh, the sash is
is so funny.
The hair, so good.
Yes, oh my god, it's so funny. The oppression that I know myself to feel.
Lily, you're here for the memes.
Lily, meme queen.
She's the meme queen.
She is the meme queen.
Coming to a women's college near you.
Oh god.
Oh, don't. Literally.
Yeah.
It's appropriately a white guy too.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah. I like the special attention drawn to his little underoos too.
The tiny white.
Yeah.
That is funny. Oops. Okay. What is our next one? Oh, next one is good. The Educate Yourself Library.
Oh my God, the self-help section. How to leave a cult.
Yeah.
How to clean your room.
How to get rid of porn addiction. Great. Overcoming
Having
autogynephobia.
autogynephilia.
It's okay to be gay. Yes, it is okay.
I love under the horror section, there's Jeffrey Marsh.
You know what? Real though. That dude, he is freaky.
Yes. Oh my god.
Puberty
Days
blockers,
of
yeah.
Girlhood for Adult Men.
Oh God. Ugh.
R.I.P. the book on non-men.
The non-men. Oh, comedy humor. Very fitting.
Yes. Non-men. God.
Oh,
This one
like
so
as
good.
if any woman ever defined herself as a non-man. Like that's how men define women, really.
I know. Oh my god. Okay, there is a lot of in online lesbian spaces, there's a lot of like in woke online lesbian spaces. There's a lot of like the definition of lesbian is
Oh yeah.
non-man attracted to non-men.
Nope.
No, it ain't.
ain't.
But also it's like how grossly misogynistic is it to define a woman as simply not being a man?
Yeah, and you know the wild part is back in the 90s it would have been recognized as misogynistic
Right.
to call women non-men.
But now it's progressive.
Right. Like that's crazy. That's what's crazy about being old. Like you see like how this stuff would have been so sexist.
Mm-hmm.
Even just like 10, 20 years ago. Oh my God.
Yeah, ancient Greek logic.
For real. Like literally.
I feel like I mentioned this before, but when I was in grad school, in our theater program, all of the resident non-binary individuals were women. So
of course we were.
So the dressing rooms were labeled men and non-men for the production doing.
How come it's always the women's bathroom, change room, whatever, that is the like there's men's and then all gender.
Well,
or men and non-men. Like
to me,
men don't
No, that's a rhetorical question. We know why it's the women.
I know
it's depressing, but we know why.
But like, why can't there just be all gender and then women?
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
So annoying.
It really
so
is.
Annoying.
Because, we're not people or anything. We're just like an unformed man. We're just a deficient male, apparently, which is the same bullshit we've been dealing with for thousands of years.
Yeah. Okay, next one is a two-parter. It's not a meme. It's an internet post. Lee scrotes and women.
Right. Let's change the paradigm here, folks.
Right. Okay. So this post from the 2 Chromosomes subreddit.
Oh no.
Mass sexualization of women and the internet. Urgent conversation we need to have. So someone writes, I don't know why we aren't having more conversations about deepfake porn and the mass scale sexualization of women online. I recently fell down a rabbit hole and just realized how bad it is and the extent of it. I was always aware that these things existed, but the sheer extent of it is absolutely disgusting. Literally saw an AI website that's only purpose was you could put a picture of a girl's face, any picture, any girl or woman, whether that was a celebrity, a friend, or worst of all, underage girls or classmates. The website would use their face and generate a nude body for them. Fucking disgusting. I tried to report it, but I don't know how to report websites. I hope that garbage got taken down and the owner reported to law enforcement. And a trans woman replied, I would totally put my own face through that to show my trans healthcare team what I wanted to end up with.
I like how it's 38 negative.
Thank God there's at least some rationality because, oh my God.
How do I make this about me?
It's that bird meme. I feel uncomfortable when we are not about me.
Right. Like, fuck up, man.
I'm glad to see even 2X has some sense sometimes.
Sometimes, right?
Sometimes, yeah. It has to be pretty blatantly narcissistic, like this comment, to get the votes.
And they say autogynephilia isn't real.
Exactly.
And then Yeah, so then the part 2 is trans women are not women and see women's pain and sexualization as mere tool to get their gender affirmed. Example 7355. The biggest suffering of women are just ideal scenarios to trans males.
Yup.
Oh
Yeah,
my
and
god.
it's the same as when like sexist dudes come onto women's subreddits or forums or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, I wish I would get sexually harassed in the street.
Yeah.
Men aren't wanted. Men aren't complimented ever. So you gals have it on easy street."
What's that one quote that's like I'm paraphrasing here, but it's basically like men understand consent when it's another man coming onto them.
I don't remember who that's from, but I have heard that before.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. They know what it is. I don't accept any of this like, oh, men are stupid narrative. Like, oh, you just need to communicate. They just don't understand. They're not socialized to do this. No, they know. They are fully aware. That's what is the worst part. Yeah, exactly, Tori. Yeah, so don't let any like, oh gosh, I'm just a man. Don't let them do that.
Ugh.
Funny how they're so dumb, like self-described dumb and like clueless, but yet they think they should run everything. Yeah, that just makes a lot of sense, right?
Yep. This one is great. Transvians only Facebook group. Welcome, transgender lesbians. No men allowed.
The irony.
And yet the photo.
Right.
Yeah, the photo is obviously 2 women.
Obviously. Yeah, this is how they gaslight themselves. It's how they delude themselves.
Yeah. Oh my god.
We all know they don't want to date each other. Like, let's be real. They don't want to. They're very vocal about that.
Also, yeah, this is
doing all
interesting. If a trans-identified male is only into trans-identified men, you're just a gay man with extra steps, I guess. Like,
yeah. Sometimes I feel like some guys' sexuality gets so warped by paraphilias that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Like,
yeah,
like there's a whole pseudo
agree.
bisexuality concept going on with like the autogynephilic guys where they're not into dudes, but they like the idea of fucked by a dude because like as a woman, but it has nothing to do with the guy at all.
Yes.
And
oh my god, thank you for saying this because I completely agree. And same with when it comes to the transbian thing. It's like, no, they're not actually attracted to transgender identifying men, trans women, because they want real women. But it's their paraphilia for fetishizing lesbian sexuality will allow them to delude themselves enough to think that that's what's actually happening here.
Yeah, like guys that have been into lesbians and lesbian porn or whatever have long since tried to figure out, like, finagle a way to get into that sacred space or whatever. Like they want to get an in. And nowadays it's just pretending to be a woman. So yeah.
It's wild that I personally now know 2 women that are married to men who think they're women.
Oh no.
And I'm sitting there, I was like, you are a smart young lady. How did this happen?
I can't imagine the hell that would be. Like, being with any guy with an all-consuming fetish is just bad news. It's bad news. You don't want it.
Yeah, and it's been weird because I just meet the woman first, and she'll mention, oh yeah, I'm lesbian. I'm like, oh, okay. It's like, oh yeah, I'm a wife. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then she'll show me a picture. I was like, oh.
Not a wife.
Something like that happened to me one time when I went on a meet and greet for a dog sit. So I went over to their house to meet the dog and them. And this woman answered the door and she was like my age-ish and she was cute. And she had like a septum ring and she was like, come on in. Like, my wife Emily is around here somewhere. And I was like, oh my God, lesbians. And I come in and around the corner came this hulking man with a ponytail.
Oh God.
And I was like, oh.
How do you, oh my God, I'm going to be super crass for a second, but how do you look at that dude's cock and balls and delude yourself into being like, that's my wife? Insanity. How do you do that?
Right?
I can't.
They also had like a giant trans flag as their headboard that
Oh
like they sleep
no!
under every night.
Oh,
Not
like
the
the indoctrination
headboard.
just never stops.
The poor wife.
Oh,
Yeah, and one of the women I know who's in one of these relationships is she went online the other day talking about a pregnancy scare with her wife. I'm like,
Oh my god.
all right, well,
so stupid. So fucking can't believe it. If you're
That's
if you're a
ridiculous.
woman and you're with a woman, you don't have to worry about pregnancy. That's like one of the main things. Like, there's
Right?
nothing more
It's impossible.
heterosexual than having a pregnancy as a woman with a male.
Yeah.
and then it's like, oh yeah, what about all your like crippling dysphoria? Yet you're not dysphoric enough to
Right?
Well, I mean, we say the same thing about the TIFs that insist on birthing children. Like
Yeah.
they want to
Right.
be a man, but they birthed like
There's literally nothing more female you could do.
Yeah.
like it's literally the female mammal Earth experience is like
Right.
birthing offspring or laying an egg, and it's like, okay, well, you want to be a guy, but you're I don't understand it. I can't.
Yeah.
And I feel like a long time ago, I must have been in middle school, so mid to early 2000s. I could have sworn there was some sort of magazine cover.
There was.
Yeah, it was on Oprah.
Was it? And then I like had forgotten about. I thought, oh, maybe it's some like weird mutation thing, but
Nope.
the stuff.
No, it was
about
just a woman.
trans- Yeah, it's like it never came up. I didn't read it, of course, but I was like, oh,
Yeah, they
this
were
is a
on
big
Oprah.
deal.
Yeah,
It's like the
I
world's
remember.
first pregnant man, and then you watch the show, and it's like, no, it's just a
And it was just
female.
a
I
woman.
remember that vividly because I was a
Mhm.
young adult working in an office.
Me
and
too. I remember it.
Yeah, I saw that magazine in the office and I picked it up out of morbid curiosity. I was like, what kind of medical weirdness is this? And as soon as I read X was born female at birth, I was like, so okay, so this is just a woman. What the fuck?
It's a
And
Yeah, like woman is pregnant, water is wet, more on 11.
Right.
Fork found in kitchen.
And that was before, like that was way before any of this stuff. And
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Yeah, I remember vividly thinking like, what a crap article. This is just misleading. Like it made it seem like it was this weird medical miracle that they got this guy, quote, pregnant, like fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger in the movie Junior or whatever. But
Yeah.
it wasn't. It was just a woman.
That was 2008. I just Googled.
Yeah, that makes
middle
sense.
school.
It's about the time.
But I guess it was such a shocking headline, they probably sold a lot of copies.
I'm sure they did.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Men would think, wait, a man can get pregnant? Uh-oh. Let me read this magazine.
I don't know what I thought when I picked it up. I think I was like, oh, what did medical science do? Like, what is this? Does this guy have a weird genetic thing going on? But no, it's just a woman.
It's a woman.
With taking hormones, so she got a beard. Okay, big whoop, right?
Yeah.
Everything else works apparently.
And then had to stop taking the hormones in order to become pregnant. Like,
yeah, right.
Oh Lord. So silly.
Yeah, but the really terrible thing about taking tea and stuff is like you can't reverse that shit. Like,
right.
You can stop it, get pregnant, whatever, but like the
some of the stuff will be forever.
Yeah.
It won't go away.
Oh, no, thank you.
Okay, next one I've got.
Exactly, Lily. It was just literally my thought as I read the article, and I can remember it.
Yes. Next one is like a two-parter. So J.K. Rowling screenshotted and posted a tweet. So first we'll look at that tweet that she did. So it's from India Willoughby. If anyone doesn't know, India is a really famous UK trans woman.
Yes, I know who she is.
Anyway, she's
quote unquote.
India wrote, if I'm ever in the same ladies' room as J.K. Rowling, I'm going to make ghost noises. I think that's the sort of thing she'd expect. And J.K. said, if you're ever in the same bathroom as me, India, I'll just tell any woman waiting. I'd give it 5 minutes if I were you. There's a weird bloke in there making ghost noises.
Right, exactly. Also, like, they wish that some guy
Mm.
just sitting in there going, ooh, is like the worst thing that could happen. That's just that's such a minimizing dude thing to be like, oh, what are you worried about? Some guy being like, ooh.
Yeah, they cannot
No,
even like comprehend what a
no,
woman's worry might be.
right.
And if they do accept that a woman has a worry, it's irrational.
Of course. That never happens. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Until when it does, like, well, why didn't you realize that was going to happen? It's like, oh, but you just said it never
I thought it
happened.
never happens.
See, that's a double-edged sword. It's like, oh, not all men. It never happens. And this isn't even like trans women. This is like just guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh,
Yeah.
that's not going to happen. Like you can't, not all men, blah, blah, blah. And then if it does happen, well, why'd you go in there? You saw him. Why'd you hang out with him?
Oy.
Can't win.
Can't win. I love this one.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Men who wouldn't do the same.
Ah,
It's so true though.
it hurts.
Yeah. This is why I don't have male friends anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. Because it's like the friendship is so imbalanced. Like I'm not even talking about anything deep or romantic. It's just even just regular buddies, like friends, not
Oh my
even
God.
the bare minimum would they do.
I saw a TikTok last night that was insane. It was a woman who she worked at like a store, like a grocery store or I don't know, some kind of a store where you could do mobile pickup. I don't know if it was like a Starbucks or a grocery or whatever. But she said a guy came to the counter and said his girlfriend had a mobile order that he was picking up for her. And they told him, okay, like it's going to be like $5. And he was like, oh, does she have a card on file here that you can charge for it?
Ugh.
And they were like, no, you have to pay the $5. And so the man said to the clerk, well, I'm just going to go then and tell her she can come get it and pay for it herself.
Wow.
Like,
What a gem that guy is, right?
like, whoa. And she said it was legit like $5. Like
Come on,
it was
ladies.
not like it was like 25 or 50. Like,
ladies, this shining prince is out here for you, okay?
like he's already there at the counter and he's like, well, I'm not paying the $5, so I'm going to leave.
He's not even going to be out $5 for his girlfriend to pick her up a fucking coffee. Like,
man.
Yeah, this 4B thing is just so silly. You could have a boyfriend just like this.
Happily ever after.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so romantic, so lovely. I know, right, Lily? For real. A girlfriend would never do this to her girlfriend. Like never. Never.
No. Ugh,
Even just like a regular
I wouldn't even do this.
Coworker would grab me a hot chocolate for $5 or something just because.
Yeah.
Right. For real. Like if it was just a friend of mine, I'd be like, oh man, $5. What is that? I'm not gonna Venmo her because that's embarrassing for me to be like, hey, I need that $5 back. I'm broke. Okay. That $5 is literally making or breaking my month. Okay. You need to pay that back. Like I know not everybody's in a great financial situation in this hellscape, but like I couldn't bring myself to Venmo request a friend for that, let alone someone I was intimate with. Like that's just insanity.
Yeah. Okay, next one. So from Tumblr, something I think we rarely mention when it comes to the issue of separatism and marriage is that male socialization does not stop once a man turns 25. A good man who was not a misogynist at 23 could become one later on. There's no age that guarantees a man will keep resisting male socialization. You can marry a good man and he can still change down the line.
Yeah.
True.
Well,
yeah.
Divorce him.
Right?
It's easy, ladies. You can do it.
So what I'll often say is, again, I'm in the age group where everyone's trying to get married now. The like the pre-marriage version of the guy and the post-marriage version of the guy, the switch can be very fast. So it's not like he changed. He just presented his true self to you now that all the paperwork's been
right.
Yeah, it's freaking devious, diabolical. Like keeping the mask on like that, like, ugh.
Indeed.
You read so many stories about that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Irradiated Woman just arrived. We Remember just arrived.
Everybody's here.
I know. The gang is all here.
Turn on the club music.
What's that TikTok meme? In the club, we all fam.
Listen, I still maintain that there is nothing more magical than being kind of drunk in a club in the ladies' room. And
I know.
It's such a special vibe. Like you can never recreate that vibe.
I know.
Sometimes I still miss it. Like if we're all best friends in there. I've held women's hair that I didn't even know as she threw up in the toilet.
I know.
You know, be like, it's all right. It's all right.
Oh my God, you're so beautiful.
I know. I've had people say that, and I've said that to people too.
I know.
Oh my God, you're so beautiful. Oh, you're beautiful.
Some of like my favorite like nights or memories really are like, not that I was like a club going like party animal, but like I had some really good times in a 2008 nightclub.
Oh, those were the days.
I know.
Yeah, I
also
had a stint.
Go ahead.
I wasn't a clubber though. Yeah.
Yeah, like I would every now and again.
Right. Sorry. Anyway.
There was also a nightclub in my city that was for 21 and over, because here you can go to the bars at 18 and drink alcohol here. But there was one club that was 21 and over, and it was like the most magical place. And oh my god, okay, I have to tell this story. There was this icon of the 21 and over club. We actually always would call it the Cougar Corral. That was like its nickname. There was this icon of a woman who was for sure in her 60s. For sure, at least in her 60s. And every single Saturday night, she would be there at the Cougar Corral, dancing on top of the speakers, wearing leather pants and leather knee-high boots, with the hottest, youngest, shirtless men on the speakers with her. Every Saturday, like she was like a local legend. Like, you know, every city has like that one guy. She was after one guy, leather pants lady at the Cougar Corral. Oh my God, what an icon.
Oh, she sounds amazing.
She was, and like you'd walk in and you'd be like, yep, there she is on top of the speakers. Oh my God, who's that guy with her? Like, oh, she was just such a legend.
And I bet if you encountered her in the bathroom, it would still be magical. You know?
Oh yeah. Oh my God, leather pants lady.
Oh, hey, your pants are awesome.
She was so cool. Oh, and oh my God, also I'm just remembering that one of the load-bearing beams in the club, it was decorated to make it look like it was actually a palm tree for some reason.
Oh, cool.
And she was always like spinning on it like it was a stripper.
Oh my God.
Oh, I loved her. What a legend. Yeah, she was an icon.
I want to have that confidence when I'm in my 60s.
Right? God.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming, Ricky. See you.
Oh, bye, Ricky.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Okay, next meme. Men suffer in silence. Why am I always hearing about it?
Yeah. True.
I love that one.
So much realness.
So good.
Indeed.
They're always going their own way, but they never actually go anywhere.
That's right.
Yeah, oh my God. Oh my that drawing.
Oh, poor Lily. Lily is a beep beep.
No. But you know what? My clubbing phase happened in my like mid to late 20s. There's still time. Don't worry about it. You can still do it.
Totally.
If you want to. You don't have to be like super young to do it.
Yeah. Ugh, good times.
Yeah.
Now at my age, you would never find me dead in a nightclub at 36.
No.
My bedtime is 8:30. Okay.
Yeah, I have no interest anymore at 45, but like the memories, especially of the women's vibes are so
I
good. Like
know.
the dancing on the dance floor with all of our shoes
All of
off,
you.
like together in a
Yes,
circle,
with all your
and like
friends. I
yeah, and
know.
like being in the bathroom and like helping other, I don't know. It's just it was so like
Oh,
the guys weren't even like ugh, they were all sleaze bags, but like it was the
yeah.
women.
And like, yes. Also at my Cougar Corral, oh my God, I totally remember also. They would do, you could buy, instead of just like a drink, you could buy a pitcher of your
Oh
drink,
yeah. Yep.
carry around the pitcher with a straw in it.
Oh my God, that's so funny. I don't know if they'd
Oh,
allow that down here, but yeah, that sounds
ugh,
good.
it was
We have like
iconic.
champagne bottle service. Like if you got the VIP table or
Yeah.
whatever, you can get like yeah, but
I'm always the
Youth.
chaperone of the group when we end up
yeah.
in clubs. And actually, not too long ago, we had a show that ended on the earlier side in New Orleans. So then everyone was like, "All right, let's go like club hopping or whatever." So I says, "Well, I best tag along behind y'all because you have way too many hours to get yourselves into trouble." It was
I'd
pretty
definitely take you as DD
Yeah,
expired milk for
it was a
sure.
very interesting evening, a very late night. I said, I'm too old to be out here like this,
Yeah,
guys.
I'd be worried about you being bored though. Like you don't even smoke, so it's not like you can go out to the smoke
But
pit
you
and
see,
have a
I'm
smoke.
a people watcher. I am
Oh.
amused watching other people do things that are unwise. So
There is good people watching at nightclubs.
Oh yeah,
yes,
there really is.
yeah. So I was thoroughly entertained throughout the entire night.
Oh my
I was
God,
just
this
trying to
is
make sure no one got
killing
arrested.
me. This is killing me. I'm only imagining Party Rock playing. That was my era, like
Yep.
2008. Do, do,
Mhm.
do, 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 do.
Can you shuffle?
No, but that was it for me. Oh, and also huge in my clubbing days was I got a feeling
Oh no.
tonight's gonna be. That was played every single night. Oh, it was the best. Too funny.
Yeah.
Oh,
Man, memories.
I know. Good times.
Not the shot song.
Yeah. Shut.
It just always caught me off guard how aggressive they say shots. In
So
that
aggressively.
show. Whoa.
Oh my, I had this one friend who always wanted to do shots. And I'm like, if I do shots, I'm going to be on the floor. Like, man, there's such,
Mm-hmm.
oh, she always wanted to do like fireball shots.
Oh, no.
Like,
But
oh,
also, yeah. Fireball.
no, Brady beat me to it.
Which is funny
Or,
because I think he is 16.
yeah, she's super young. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
no,
so
you know
the
what?
fireball, those are the ones like in the little tiny bottles. Fireball.
Yes.
That thing. Oh yeah.
That's the
So
worst.
Yeah, it
also
tastes
not
like
too long
hot
ago.
cinnamon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also not too long ago on our bus. So like we have like a kitchen area on our bus
Kitchenette.
or like yeah, for like doing shows and stuff. There's a drawer that we usually keep the water bottles in. You can't drink the bus water or else we'll die. So you need to keep water bottles in the bus. Again, late night after when we're like about to have a crazy night because we have a show the next day, I open up the water drawer and it's just filled with the fireballs.
Oh my God. Oh,
Oh no. I say, y'all.
that's like the worst type of booze to replace your water with.
Yeah.
I guess they found a bunch for cheap and now it's all in the water drawer. I said, y'all.
Hey, Lily, I'd do shots with you for sure. It's just that I have to pace myself and I can't be drinking like mixed drinks all night. And then you come up to me at like midnight and be like, let's do shots. I'd be like, I'm going to collapse.
Oh, you just gotta bring a loaf of bread with you.
Oh. Imagine just drinking beer the whole night and then it's like, here's a loaf of bread. Eat this bread.
Horrible.
Oh.
That's
You
what
can
they told me
feel
in our
it.
life issues class. The bread absorbs the alcohol.
It does, but like it depends on what you've been drinking. It can really sit there like a brick, I tell you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I gave my friend after we went out for her 21st birthday. And I dropped her on the front steps of her dorm by accident. I said, no, sit down, eat this piece of bread. It's what they taught us in school.
Eat this bread.
Yeah, like Lisa says, going to the Waffle House after clubbing. We don't have Waffle House here, but ours was like we would go to Denny's because it was
Yeah,
open
we went to
24/7.
Denny's too. And McDonald's. Sometimes just having
Yep,
a
McDonald's.
big thing of regular French fries is just the thing I need. So good.
French fries and a chocolate milkshake.
Oh. So good. So when you're
So
drunk,
good.
it's like the best.
That's so good. That's so good. Okay, next meme. This one is so
Yeah. Oh, jump scare. What? God. His
And
head's
see-
like a fucking baseball.
This
tiny.
is what confuses me so much. So, guys like this, do they really think they're hot, or are they just be like, I'm gonna just troll everybody and see who goes along with it?
No, I think they really think that they're
Yeah, they do. Yeah, it's like porn and sexual fetish induced delusion.
like they really think because like no, I think they really do believe it.
Yeah,
The AGPs, they really do think that
I think
they're
there's like a
super
tiny
sexy.
modicum of them that knows, which is why they get so triggered if you point out anything that doesn't align with the delusion. Like they get super rageful, but yeah, they really want to stay in that delusion that they're just like ooh anime girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because on Reddit, aren't there these pages that are like, rate my appearance or whatever, and you'll have these perfectly normal-looking women, and people trash them on the comments.
Yes.
But then you get a dude with makeup on, like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Those rate
Stunning
me
and brave.
subs. Those rate me subs make me sad. I actually had a conversation with a very young woman on Reddit a few years back, and I don't remember why she DM'd me, but she did. She's like, I feel really ugly and horrible, and I was on True Rate Me, and they tore into me. And I basically told her, I'm like, those subs are full of incels who want to tear down women. Like, it doesn't matter how you look. And she's like, will you rate me? I'm like, no, I'm not going to rate you. I'm not. No, I don't do that. You're fine. I looked at her profile, and she just looked like a normal girl, like literally 19, if that. And she was just so like broken up about it. And I tried to be like, those guys would say you're ugly no matter what. Like that's their goal. Their goal is to just tear women down. It's sad. Why would any young woman or girl like post themselves on True Rate Me?
I know. It's awful.
Don't do that. I know
Don't
people
do
in the
that.
chat, they're not going to do that. PSA, don't let those troglodytes rate you.
No, don't feed the beast.
No. Besides, their opinion doesn't matter.
Oh, in this picture, I like the Harry Potter. And
oh yeah, Rady Bugs pointed it out too.
Also, the roaches on the trash can.
Ugh.
And I don't think you can see it. Maybe if you go full screen, the tattoo on his back says "Terf Killer."
Oh yeah.
And the bald spot.
Ugh. The only thing missing is like a box of tissues and a bottle of Jergens.
Bad times.
Yeah,
Okay.
for real. The toy is accurate though.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. Ouchie.
Okay, next one. So when are men going to fix the epidemic of rape? I mean, men are the reason women are raped, since it's mostly their fellow men doing the raping. Why don't men do something about it? Why don't men care that other men are making them look evil by raping women and children? Why don't men get together and hunt down every rapist they know of? Would solve two problems: less rapists overall, and women may not hate men as much since they are the good ones hunting down rapists. Why haven't men ever done this? I can't find even one male anti-rape organization. Why have men never enacted this obvious solution to women thinking they're all rapists?
Gee, wonder why.
Yeah, that's good points.
I mean, we know why.
But it's so true. The only thing that men do is say, not all men though. It's like,
yeah, or they just make like tut tut noises like, oh, those men are monsters, yada yada. It's because like even the ones that wouldn't do it, they benefit
of
from
course.
like the bad men, because they can point and be like, well, I'm not like that guy,
Exactly.
so I'm a paragon of maleness.
And
Choose me.
this is why Marvel should take my pitch for a new superhero, the Vigilante Castrator.
Vigilante castrator. What's the tragic backstory?
Who knows? But we need to go further into development. I'll need roughly $10 million.
That sounds completely reasonable to me.
Yeah.
Maybe make it a
workshop it.
Right, Ice Goddess. Yeah, I treat you with a bare minimum. Praise me. Yeah.
literally.
Oh, I don't hit you.
Oh boy.
Yay! Everybody
The amount of times
round
dudes are like, "Hey, I could hit you. I could kill you." I'm like, "Why are you saying this?
my
Ooh.
I
God.
could kill you, but I don't." Okay, thanks, Jared.
Ew. Yeah.
We talked about this earlier about the bathrooms.
Yeah.
Now it's only the women's who gets compromised. Ugh.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh no.
God. Some of these are so good.
Sometimes I wonder how much HRT is for men and how many of them end up pleased with the results.
I think
No.
not many. I mean, obviously, the younger they start, the better. But once testosterone has done its thing to a human body, like, that's it.
Yeah, for real. But then there's also the aforementioned, like, wanting to stay in that delusion. They really want to. So I can imagine them taking it and looking at themselves and being like, I'm a pretty lady now. I can't be clocked.
Well,
Ever. I pass. Yeah.
mm,
Every time somebody brags on Reddit about I don't understand why I keep getting weird looks or people commenting because I pass 100%. So I'm like, okay. Yeah.
Ooh, this reminds me, read about said a girl in my class was talking about her TIFF cousin who is now very, very bald. I very recently encountered a TIFF in real life who has like a full beard, like complete full beard, and is balding and is like 22,
Yeah.
like really young and totally balding. And it's like, man, like it's crazy how fast the testosterone will do that.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. It works fast. Yeah. Even
Yeah,
just a
it's
little
really
bit of testosterone in a female, like not quote unquote naturally occurring, like with PCOS, it can cause
right.
devastation.
Yeah, like facial hair and stuff and body hair.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I have it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is also, it's crazy to me that like, yeah, when a woman has too much testosterone, like PCOS or whatever, that is a condition.
Yep.
But when a woman chooses to inject testosterone into herself, somehow it's fine.
Right.
It's fine and
also,
perfectly safe.
If you choose to inject testosterone, but you're only a bodybuilder or a weightlifter, that's bad. But if you're trans, that's good. If you have PCOS, that's bad. That's a disorder.
Right.
But if you're trans, it's all good.
Right. Like if a quote unquote cis woman was experiencing balding, beards, enlarged genitalia, deepening voice, she would be considered sick.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, and I mean, the PCOS I've got, I didn't even get that. It wasn't that dramatic, of symptoms, but my T levels were still higher than average, and it messed up my periods and just messed up, like gave me cystic acne and hair growth in places, and no beards, thankfully, God. But like, it even just like a little too much tea is bad news.
Yeah. Okay, we used to know that inducing a severe hormonal imbalance is extremely unhealthy. Now we're not even supposed to acknowledge that.
Yeah. And the worst part is it magically changes depending on motive. It shouldn't be that
Right.
way.
Right.
It's reality based. No matter what the motive is, it's the magical thinking does not change the outcome.
Great point. I love this one.
For real.
Bro, I did. I'm a terf.
Legitimately.
Yeah, that's so many origin stories, I swear.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I should go read these writings or watch these videos from these people. Like, or you go to the evil terps page and you're like, oh, I'm gonna read what this terrible, horrible woman is saying, and then you're really reading it and you're like, this is real shit.
Yes. It's the same as like I made a video recently about like how they're always like, oh, you need to educate yourself. It's like,
okay,
the reason I am a radical feminist is because of educating myself.
Yeah.
Oh, Netta, that's my Tumblr username is I listen to trans women because I listened and here I am. Perfect, Netta. I love your Tumblr. Yeah, that's so good. Yeah. TERF being reclaimed, truly exceptional radical females. I've also seen it as telling everyone real facts.
Yeah. I heard somebody mention it as totally enviable real females.
Indeed.
Yep. Because that's the source, I think, of a lot of the hatred and anger.
Yeah, totally.
They hate us because they ain't us.
Yeah. Oh, this one's good too. Tired of explaining reality to fuckwits.
Yeah.
I have to cough. Like darn cold, or whatever this is.
Ever since I mentioned that fries and a chocolate milkshake, I'm still thinking about it.
Uber Eats.
Yeah. You can dunk the fries in the milkshake too.
Yeah.
That's what's for playing in my mind.
I normally don't do that, but when you're drunk, it's really good.
Oh, no, here, I don't know how popular like Wendy's is there, but here the thing to do is to get a Frosty and dip your fries in it.
Yeah.
I love those.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah.
Not a fan here, Taperman.
Gotta keep them separated.
This is good. So, how to flash in the woke era.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then now the woman has been arrested for hate speech.
Bigotry, turf, discrimination.
Such a Twilight Zone situation.
Yep.
Terrible. Yes, offspring.
Yep. Showing my age.
That's good. How I imagined evil as a kid. How it actually looks.
Oof.
Oh, this reminds me. Now banned from the YMCA. This reminds me, at my local YMCA, I've recently started going there to swim. So there's like a long hallway of the change rooms, right? So you walk past the first one and it's the men's plus change room. And then the next one is women's plus change room. And then the next one is family and all gender change room. And I was like, okay, but if you want to get into the men's or the women's only one, you have to pay for the extra fancy plus membership.
Wait, I thought you said that wasn't true, that you just had to walk further down the corridor. Or is it true now?
No, yes. So that's what I thought the whole time, because like that's all you could see. And then after going there for weeks and changing, like being in the all gender change room where there are grown adult men right there, I realized that they do have just a plain old regular like plebeian female only, not the plus the plebeian one. but it's so hidden. It's down at the very end of the hallway and around the corner. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Why are they why are they hiding the women only change room?
That's kind of weird.
Weird. And they don't tell you that it's there. Very weird.
It's almost like they don't want you to know.
Ugh. Yuck.
But if it's hidden, then maybe chances are nobody else will walk in that shouldn't be there.
Yeah, true. True. Oh no. Tapeworm encountered a Tim. Oh no.
I hope he behaved himself.
Me too. Yes, there is still the premium ones.
That's right. Remember how we were joking about how there's like a Jeeves in there handing out towels?
Apparently there is a lounge area with like a TV and like a mini fridge. I'm like, what the fuck is going down at the YMCA that you're going to lounge on the couch and watch TV in the change room?
We were talking about like who watches a movie at the gym like for a couple hours, sits there.
Like if there's not somebody handing me like a moist towelette like to wipe my sweat off, like what the fuck am I paying for?
Madam, a towelette. Thank you, Jeeves. Very good. You may go.
Okay. A lot of transgenderism has nothing to do with sex or gender. Instead, it's males wishing they were sexual objects and females wishing they weren't.
Damn.
Damn. And then the tags were all non-dysphoric and a lot of female dysphoric transgenderism is just this, I believe, which explains why males talk about transgenderism like a paraphilia and why females talk about it like an eating disorder.
Yep. Ding. Yeah, which is why I don't know why more people don't see the whole incel to trans pipeline, because it's literally the same things that incels complain about, how women have it on easy mode and how they're jealous of women getting catcalled and stuff. It's the same stuff that trans people or trans identified guys are just like, oh, I have dysphoria because I never get catcalled, or I have dysphoria because I don't insert misogynistic mistreatment.
Yeah. Oh, but ballistic. I saw Tim at the mall wearing a Hello Kitty shirt and a pink tutu over his jeans. I remember thinking that no real woman dresses like that after they turn 5. Yeah, what is that about? Why do they do that shit? The like sparkly tutu.
It's part of the fetish. Yeah. I think it's just part of the fetish.
Yeah, it sounds very anime girl.
Yeah. My general rule for like the internet or anything you see that's weird, like if it doesn't make sense to you, it's probably a sex thing. It's probably a sex thing. So,
but that's just right. Like they're not, when they do that shit, like you're not trans, like you don't have gender dysphoria. You're not trying to cope with your inner turmoil the best you can when you're wearing a fucking tutu in the mall. Like,
right.
Like you're like, no men are women, right? But like at least there are normal trans identified males who like really do just try their best to like go unnoticed and fit in, right?
I was gonna say that too. Like if some guy is calling himself Deborah and dressing age appropriate for his office job or whatever,
right?
Like it's far less of an issue than
I mean, yeah, they're still not women, but like
they're still not women.
Yeah. It's a different thing than the weirdos in the tutus.
Yes, and giving themselves like very sexualized names or anime names or whatever. It's like, this is just
Sakura.
A sex thing. Sakura. Oh my god. Yeah,
I've seen a few of those.
Like, just admit it, man. Just admit it. Just get together with your other freaky people and have at it. Just stay away from the rest of us. All right.
Oh no, poor Nena. I went to a sort of alternative fashion store for women in Australia and was in there for 30 minutes. Half of the staff was TIFs. 3 TIFs came in while I was there with my wife. Whoa.
Yeah.
Crazy. I don't know what this means. What does this mean? Want to know if War Thunder is offense?
I don't know.
Please
I
expand.
don't know what that
the mighty
means.
trumpet.
Yeah. Expound on your point, please. Jezebel, Lilith, Eve. Yeah, for real.
Yeah, for real. Yes. Or like they're always like Charlotte.
Venus Morgana. You could make like a Tim name generator.
Generator.
Yeah. I wonder if they have that. They probably do.
Oh my god. That's funny.
Mighty Tom, I still don't know what that means though. Like that.
Yeah, I don't know either. Okay. This one. When a cis man gives you this, sorry, I'm straight mid chat. Shit cuts deep. I guess hair, makeup, and clothes isn't enough.
No, man, you have a cock. Like, what is there to not understand here?
That's what I call oppression.
I know, but that's just also it though. Like that's what they think a woman is. Hair, makeup, and clothes. Oy.
Yeah, that's pretty much what guys think women are. So that to me, that's like a huge red flag that you're not a woman. So Buford. That is a great name.
Oh, so good.
Imagine being named Buford.
Buford.
Yeah.
That's funny. This next one is a multi-parter.
Ooh.
So there's first this image. So united we stand, divided we fall.
Oh no.
Trans rights. Oh boy. So, another day, another piece of propaganda portraying trans rights above women's rights. Okay. I thought this was about trans rights toppling everyone else's hard-won rights.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it looks like to me.
Yes.
If that's not what the artist was going for, they failed.
Yeah, it's clearly that this block is going to fall and topple everyone else's hard fought for. Ugh.
Sure is. I really wonder if that's what the artist's intent, because that is hilarious if that's not what they intended.
Right?
Yeah.
That's funny. Oh yeah, this is interesting. That study that showed 99% of women can clock Tims all of the time, but only 15% of men can. That's right. I have read those things too, where like men genuinely, they see feminine clothing and makeup and they just think woman. Like they can't, even if it's like, not even like a Blair White type, like even if it's like a it's ma'am type, they see dress, makeup, and it's woman to them. They cannot tell.
Yeah, I actually told this story on stream a long time ago, but I used to work a job with a bunch of dudes, and anytime a butch lesbian or any butch woman came in, they would literally be confused. They'd be like, I don't know if that's a man or a woman. I'm like, are you blind? That's a woman. Are you stupid?
Right.
Because she wasn't all femmed up.
Yeah. That's so crazy. So crazy. But also like upsetting because like men don't see women, right? They just like it's not a human woman person. That's just
they just see like the accoutrement of
dress,
femininity.
makeup.
Yeah.
Right, femininity.
Or so worse, like porn informed femininity. Yeah, they don't, Sophia, but like it's almost like even more down the rabbit hole. Like they don't even acknowledge that female humans exist and don't literally have to conform to all this shit. And if they don't, they just they're invisible. Like they just do not register in their mind, or they register as a guy, even though to me all those masked women were very female. Like there's no question. They were truly confused though. Oh, I don't know. I really can't tell. Like, what?
So weird.
Idiots.
This is good. When a male celebrity is racist, homophobic, misogynistic, or otherwise an actual bigot. When a male celebrity is a rapist, pedo, or abuser. When a female celebrity says sex is real.
Real shit. Yeah.
Speaking of which, so you might have noticed this. I guess some like massive article about Neil Gaiman came out today or something.
Oh my god!
And immediately, one of the first tweets I see about it is people lumping him with J.K. Rowling.
Right.
I was like, really?
Have either of you read that article?
No.
Oh, I've saw some excerpts. And I said this article might be a bit too intense for me.
Yeah. I was gonna say, anyone who is listening to this right now and you're considering reading the Neil Gaiman expose that was released yesterday, proceed with extreme caution. It is extremely graphic. Like I cannot stress how graphically violent it is.
Was it the Times or the Atlantic or something?
New York Mag.
New York Mag. Yeah.
Wow.
New York Mag. I read it, and I literally said, like, as I was reading it, I multiple times out loud went, "Oh my god! Oh my god!" It was, yeah. If you read it, just take caution because it was very, very graphic, and the stuff he has done is, serial killer level shit minus the murder.
Oh my god, what?
Yes.
Wow.
Holy
and
shit.
I bet you anything, right now there are men around the world getting off on that article.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Yeah. I was not expecting it, and it was extremely shocking.
Duly
proceed
noted.
with caution if you choose to read it. Yeah, it was really shocking. So fuck Neil Gaiman. Ugh.
Yeah.
I also saw going around today, it was like a screenshot of one of his old tweets that was talking about how feminist he is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that he was like supporting
yeah, like
Emma Watson.
Real men support feminism.
Right. Yeah.
Meanwhile,
exactly. Ballistic. Never idolize any male, especially the ones that loudly proclaim themselves as feminists.
Yeah.
In fact, if they do that, that's even more of a red flag.
Yes. If he's wearing the feminist t-shirt, check his basement.
Right. Like no guy that I've ever known in my real life, even half worth a damn, ever was like, I'm very feminist. I'm a nice guy. I'm progressive. They're protesting too much. Yeah, exactly. They're trying to get over on you.
Yeah. Yeah. Bad times. Bad times. Okay. This one's good. No, sweetie. When I said educate yourself, I meant uncritically accept my hyper-emotional claims of self-victimhood as fact. To question me is violence.
Yeah, though.
Literally.
Unironically, yes, that's what they want. It's obey the cult, and that's it.
Right. It's like the freaking Crusades. Boy. Male feminist, the complete opposite of anything remotely feminist.
Exactly. And Sophia's like, do they ever talk to other men about feminism? No, because it's just, at best, it's just to get into women's panties, and at worst, you have a Neil Gaiman.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's their whole MO for doing it.
This is a great one next. It's not a meme, but men view rape as an accusation against their community instead of a horrible crime against the victim.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And you'll never see a better example of male sex class solidarity than when an expose comes out against a man, especially a famous man.
Yeah.
Next one. What?
Sorry. Ballistic was like, it's the same as Christians telling you to read the Bible. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, lots of us atheists have read the Bible.
Yeah.
I don't know about this. Next one I posted in the Discord, But so you'll have seen it, but I thought it was so funny I wanted to include it. How could you tell I'm trans?
Oh, didn't you posted this? Didn't you?
Yeah.
Somebody posted this. That's great.
So funny. I think it's so cute.
These are very cute sharks.
I know.
I like his little eyeball.
I know.
Very cute.
And then I've got one more, and that's it.
Oh, that's it.
So we can vibe.
Yeah, we'll vibe.
Okay, my last one. It's not like, well, actually, it's never mind. It's really cute. It's really funny. What are you doing in this situation? Create a safe space for queer voices.
God. Of course.
I love this one. I thought it was so funny.
Wow.
Safe space for queer voices. I need to get some more water. I've drank all mine, and I'm gonna cough again. So BRB.
Well,
Okay.
Updating the chat, I have in fact ordered French fries.
Whoa, you
and
did?
chicken nuggets from McDonald's. However, my rights were being violated because in the McDonald's ordering situation, I could not select the milkshake. The milkshakes were off the menu.
Oh.
But it's okay. I got a smoothie from somewhere else.
Oh.
And I got it because after this stream, I'm going to watch the Star Wars finale.
Yeah, that sounds like a good time.
Yes. So, mystery milkshakes. Maybe the machine's broken.
Yeah, the ice cream machine's always broken. I felt like whenever I went to McDonald's, that was always. I think they just didn't want to clean it, so they were just too busy.
Always broken.
It's always broken.
Oh, did you update them on Star Wars?
Yes.
Oh no, I alluded to it. So right now, a great little Star Wars show called Skeleton Crew's final episode actually just came out 7 minutes ago, and it's a very excellent series. And I do recommend it. It's kind of like the Goonies in space. So we'll see if these kids make it through, or if they meet the same fate as so many other younglings in Star Wars.
Oh no! How are there any adults in Star Wars?
Right? They never grow up. They just get murked by Anakin clones.
Well, sometimes you're lucky to grow up in a nice little dystopian space suburb like these kids that has been hidden from the galaxy for an unknown number of years, or they have just been making gold nuggets the whole time.
It's so telling that they have to like hide these children for a number of years because the threat of them being killed is so high. Like, we must hide away all the younglings. There's murderous evildoers afoot that just want to, cut down all the kids.
And it was so funny because once the kids accidentally leave their planet through a situation, the first place they go is to this like pirate port where it's just all no-gooders walking around. They're like, oh, hey, let's get some noodles. I'm like, you're about to get murdered. Stop eating noodles.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
No survival instincts.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Ice Goddess, if you're trying to break a fast, I recommend eggs. They're very gentle.
Break a fast? What?
She says, I'm trying to fast for the day, and now I'm hungry. Help.
Oh.
Scramble up some eggs, put some butter in, not margarine, put some butter in it, and it'll be very gentle. It'll be good.
I love scrambled eggs.
Or you can get a nice acidic burger from McDonald's.
Right. Some nuggies.
Yes. Get an acidic burger. Just as good.
Yeah, or it will spend the next 1,000 years digesting in your stomach.
Oh, Lee, we mentioned Frosties and fries earlier.
Oh, yeah. Iconic food.
Yum.
The preferred food of drunk and high people everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, tapeworm! I wish I had some kimchi. I keep forgetting to pick up some kimchi at the grocery store. That shit's so good.
I went to a restaurant in my city recently that I'd never been to, and it's like it's called the Noodle House, and I had really good kimchi there.
Oh,
my friend and I went, and we just ordered a bunch of their appetizers and like did like share plates, and the kimchi was one. It was so good.
I need to go to the Asian market around here in Lowell because the grocery store kimchi's not that great, but getting it from the source, oh, so good.
Yum. Yum.
Yeah, life sucks. It's definitely an acquired taste. I like a lot of sour,
definitely
spicy stuff. So if you don't like a lot of fermented or pickled flavored stuff, that you probably won't like it.
Yeah.
Oh, that your cats are so cute, Ballistic. Sometimes I just look at their pictures and I'm just like, oh, the babies.
Yeah.
They're best friends too. Oh,
that's cute.
And it didn't take long at all for them to become besties. It's like the cutest thing ever.
I love cats. I wish I could find evolved and hyper independent cats that could look out for themselves for months at a time. I am not at home.
Ugh, yeah. You definitely need a roommate that's home based.
But then the cat would probably knock over all my Star Wars figurines, and then I'd just cry.
Maybe, but the other thing about cats too is they generally don't cause mischief if you're not around to get angry about it.
Oh, okay. That's good.
They like to do it while you're watching them because they're evil.
Because I know here on the East Coast, sometime last year, there was the barest tremor of an earthquake.
Ooh.
That was felt in my city. And I was like, Mom, Dad, please go to my apartment and make sure my figurines are still standing up.
No.
They refused. Like, it's fine. I'm like, no, it's you can check on them. I'm so worried.
Your mom's the real one though. She did take your mail in all that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the figurines.
Like, what about the top shelf? It's a long drop to the floor.
See, the thing you could have done is been like, Mom, I'm expecting a package at my house. Can you drop by my house for a sec? And then when she's there, I'd be like, well, there's no package. But while you're there, can you check my figurines? You're already there.
Ulterior motives.
Oh, yeah. Well, I could also update the chat on this. So while I was away, I pre-ordered this thing over a year ago, right? It's been a long time coming. And this particular figurine was supposed to come over the summer, and then it didn't because they were delayed. But once I got back for Christmas, there it was at my parents' house. I said, this is important. I need to go someplace where people are there to get it. I have model number 72 of only 1,000 that exist of a bust of Grand Admiral Thrawn, my second favorite Star Wars character.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's only 1,000 in the world, and I have one of them. It's so beautiful.
I bet it is gorgeous.
It is. And I said, parents, look at this. It's not junk. It might look like junk, but it's not.
They'll never understand.
You'll not.
Good times. Ugh.
It has been quite the past week.
Has it? It's only Tuesday.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about like last full week. It was, and then the holidays before that. Just straight out.
Yeah.
Did you pick up any exciting office drama in your work retreats?
Only that most of the people that I went to masterclass with were very annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Just very corporate people. Yeah.
Gonna have to loop back on the synergizing or whatever the fuck.
Right. Yeah. Like we have a project to take away from this whole thing, and the gist of it is that we have to do a mock presentation about why our product is superior to our competitors. And one of the proposed things that we wanted to do was have have a piece of the presentation highlighting our own company's flaws and what we could do better. And a lot of the people didn't want that because they wanted to basically suck up and not look bad to the upper management that would be hearing this presentation. And I was like, well, I think like my exact words were like, if you're just going to ask me to blow smoke up people's asses, this is a waste of our time. And they were not appreciative of that. And then I was like, I kind of saved it. I was like, well, if we're trying to sell our product, we have to be honest about where we fall short. And then they're like, oh yeah, that's good.
Why does this sound like college?
I swear to God, it's a whole group project and we all have to do a piece. And I'm not looking forward to it. So, yeah.
A group project at your big age?
I know. Yes.
Life is a group project.
I hate it with every fiber of my being. That is true. But luckily, I'm only in the research portion because I wanted to be there. I requested that. I'm like, just put me on research. And yeah. Lily, I wish you were in my group. It would be way cooler if you were. I had literally nothing in common with anyone in that entire class.
You just need to make sure your slide in the PowerPoint is the type that starts playing music when you click on it.
That would be fun. Just like GIFs of cats.
Yes. And it's very graphic design is my passion.
Yes. Luckily, I'm not in charge of the aesthetics. That's somebody else in the group. So all I got to do is scrape up some facts from AI or whatever and be like, here you go. Lily, we would spend all of our time just like chatting on the sidebar. Yeah, we did the transit. We should do like the star wipes for everything. Wow. Yeah.
Too funny.
Come on, don't you people want a little pizzazz? Yeah. Graphs, charts, we'll have it all. Pivot tables, whatever the fuck those are. Do it all.
This is great. My presentation tip is to have an element on the slide, do a spin at the end. Like when you click to go to next page, actually something spins. Oh, instead of going to the next page. That's actually kind of funny. That's cute, actually.
I would love to troll my entire group like that, but they don't really have much of a sense of humor, unfortunately. So,
yeah, this is very Lily. It's tiny names on every slide. Slide goes spinny.
Bring it back around.
That's good. That is good.
Yeah. Like my job is great. Like my team that I work with is great. This was at the mother office with people that I've worked with for years, but I've never met because we're all remote. And when we weren't remote, we used to be in a different Massachusetts office, whereas all these people are in Connecticut, right? So like nothing against my team. They're amazing. None of them were there except for me. So unfortunately.
What do you call a person from Connecticut? Are they a Connecticutian?
Connecticutian? I don't know.
Connecticutian?
Connecticutian. I don't know.
What is? I have to Google this.
Connecticut?
Kinetic. Oh, maybe.
They're connected. That's good.
All I know is that someone with a Connecticut license plate cut me off the other day. I mean, what are you doing down here?
Foreman, a Connecticut cucumber.
Oh, okay. The denonyms are Connecticuter or Connecticutian or Connecticutian.
Connecticutian.
Connecticuter.
What's a Massachusetts person called?
Connecticuter, I guess. Oh, good question. And now we have to do this. What are the
Charcuterie. I think that's correct. I said
A masshole or a Massachusetts or a Massachusettan.
A Bostonian. Hey, that's Boston specific though. Come on. Oh, a Bay Stater. That's regional terminology.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not from Massachusetts, so I'm technically not a masshole. Nope. I've only lived here a few years, so.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
I'm an Albertan.
Albertan. See, that's dignified. That's good.
My city one is funny, but I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to dox myself. I'm not going to drop my location.
No.
Well, I'm still very hyped because I forget if I said this on a stream before, but about how in chorus class in school we had to sing this song called Cape Cod Chanty. And then on my last tour, I was working with a bunch of local stagehands. So like, oh yeah, we had to drive in from Cape Cod. I was like, what, you live in Cape Cod? They said, yeah. And I said, have you heard of Cape Cod Chanty? And the first few were like, what are you talking about? But then the last one was like, oh yes, Cape Cod Chanty. It's like a thing. We also learned that in school, and it's very important to Cape Cod. I said, thank you. I feel so justified. Because those other people from Cape Cod just looked at me like I was crazy. But I love singing Cape Cod Chanty in our middle school chorus class. I hope to go there someday and sing it to the local.
That's funny.
That is good. I like your final slide, Radical. It's gender neutral.
Good old Canadian lore. Degrassi, yes. But I never watched the new one. I watched the one from the 80s and 90s, the original Degrassi. I never watched the new generation. I was too old for it, I think.
There was a girl in my class who was obsessed with that show.
Yeah, weirdly, for some reason, a lot of Americans became obsessed with that show. Weird to me.
Yeah, it was a thing for sure. I was a little too old for Degrassi, but a lot of American people watched it. Oregano.
Yeah, well, this is real though.
It is. Yeah.
Like,
you know why though? Because America's freaking huge.
Canada is bigger.
I know.
But isn't most of it empty?
Yes, you guys live in like literally the tiniest fraction of the bottom. America, we live all throughout the massive, like it's massive.
But it doesn't matter what state you live in. Just say you're from America.
The state matters a lot.
It does matter a lot.
Oh, only to you guys.
Listen, I do say I'm American or I'm from the USA, but like you need to know the region because most people, well, I don't want to say most people, a lot of people outside America think that we're all like the South or like California or whatever. Like, no, I'm from the Northeast. I'm in New England. I'm in Massachusetts. So,
yeah, I have definitely just been like annoyed, and I'll be like, I'm from Alberta, and
yeah,
I'm sorry, but Americans will be like, never heard of that. Like, okay.
Oh, they're just dumb. You never heard of Alberta, Canada? Really?
No.
Please.
Well, as we saw, it's in Trump's plan to make Canada part of the United States.
No freaking way.
Good luck with that. They despise America, so yeah, okay.
No,
I mean, come on. Yeah, but we're lame and stupid. You don't want to be subsumed into us. If anything, we should be subsumed into Canada.
Okay, I have to address this. America's bigger if you include South America. That's the thing. No, like, I don't know where you're from. Life sucks. I don't know where you're from, but like, there is not a Canadian on this earth who would ever say that we're American. To us, American means from the United States of America.
Yep.
We might say, okay, I'm North American, but right. I would never identify myself as American in any way.
Well, it would be confusing because they'd think you were from the United States, right?
Yeah.
It's just the vernacular. Like in America, we say, and I know America isn't isn't technically correct, because technically it's all America.
Right. The continent.
The continent, right. It could be seen as like being very USA centrist or whatever, but like we say South America to specifically refer to South America.
South Americans. We do the same.
Yeah.
Yes, these are the Americas.
The Americas.
But
yes.
America singular is only the United States. Okay, she was joking. Sorry, but it's a real point. It's a real like nerve point for Canadians.
Yeah.
Because a lot of Europeans will actually say that. They'll be like, "Oh, well, you're American." It's like, no.
So see, I heard that Canadians put like Canadian patches on their backpacks when they go abroad, so people won't think they're from the United States.
Yes, and Americans also put Canadian patches on their backpacks.
Oh, yeah. This goes to show, right? Like, nobody wants to become part of the United States. Like, if anything, we should. Yeah. Canada has more of the right idea than we have, even though they have their flaws. But
actually, this is crazy. That's so true. Geography teacher in school saying that the U.S. is a country that doesn't really even have a real name.
Yeah.
It's the United States of America. Yeah, it's a country of United States on the continent of America.
Yeah, which could be part of the reason why we do identify as being from states.
Yeah, that's true.
It's kind of baked into it, baked into your whole history here.
Yeah, no, this is, I've encountered this online from Europeans, is that they say like, whether you're from the United States of America or Canada or Mexico or Brazil or Peru, Europeans will label us all Americans. Like, no, we're not.
Okay, I hereby would love to be referred to as being from the New World. That sounds pretty epic.
This is iconic. Light and female. I'm coming out as Canadian and beginning my transition today. So stunning and brave.
Listen, I have a Canadian soul, okay? You cannot tell me otherwise.
Well, okay. It's Canada at this point, right? At this point in history, yes. But with Trudeau stepping down as prime minister, there is no chance in hell that anyone but Pierre Poilievre will become our next prime minister by election. With Trudeau stepping down, the party will nominate the next prime minister, so we won't vote for that person. But at next election time, Pierre Poilievre, the conservative, will be our new prime minister. There is no way anyone else will win, which is scary because he is like Trump light. He's very like Jordan Peterson, buddy. Like,
oh boy,
he's really awful. Really, really, really awful.
Well, earlier today, I saw some interview from The Daily Show with Mark Carney.
Yeah.
He was saying he was gonna be the next head guy of Canada.
Right, because he is going to get the Liberal Party. They'll nominate him to take the party leadership, and the party leadership is who is the prime minister of the country. So it's kind of confusing in Canada. So because Trudeau stepped down, we will not have an election for the next prime minister. The party that Trudeau was a member of will nominate a new party leader, and that person will inherit the prime ministership. And then we will have an election later at election time. This has happened once before.
And everyone is confident that this Mark guy is going to lose to the Trump guy.
No. So Mark is going to be nominated by the Liberal Party to take Trudeau's place as leader of the Liberal Party, which will automatically give him the prime ministership because the Liberal Party owns the prime ministership.
I see. And at election time is when Trump light is going to usher himself in. Yes.
Yeah. In Canada, we do not vote for a person to be prime minister. We vote for local elected officials who represent us in our national parliament. And if enough of those local people belong to, it's so confusing. We vote for local politicians to represent us in parliament. They all belong to various parties. Once the few hundred people win their seats in parliament, they'll total up how many are from the Liberal Party, how many are from the NDP party, how many are from the Conservative Party, and whoever has the most, that party wins the prime ministership. And whoever is the leader of that party becomes prime minister.
So I can see where this system has its issues, but it prevents a cult of personality, which I like.
Mm.
You know, you can't have like a celebrity fervor behind, like how Trump has his, right?
Mm.
Behind like one guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically you vote for the party and you just kind of trust the party to have someone to lead, right?
Right. Yes.
It's more collective.
Yes. So the tricky part comes in is like, the annoying part is because I'm not like, I don't vote for who is going to be my prime minister. I vote for who is going to represent me in my national government.
Mm.
And so I might want to vote for a liberal representative. Well, in my case, for example, I would prefer to vote for an NDP, that's New Democratic Party. I would prefer to vote for them to be my representative. But I know that they will never, ever get enough seats in parliament to become prime minister party.
Yeah.
So I will strategically instead vote for the Liberal Party, my not preferred party, to hope that that means there will be enough votes for the Liberal Party to not let the UCP party win.
Yeah. So you all kind of have the same problem in a different way of like the two-party system, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just,
exactly.
He just seems to have more steps for you. But yeah, same with us. Like if we want to vote for an independent or someone in a very unpopular party like the Green Party, it's not gonna, you're basically just, you might as well just set fire to your voting ballot because it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the problem, especially in my province. The Conservative Party has been in power in Alberta for 50 out of the last 54 years.
Wow.
So like it's not going to happen that the person I want to vote for is going to lead my province.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. Like, you know how like in the States you have counties. It's similar, but not really. We call them ridings, but it's not really a county, but it's just like parcels of votes, I guess. And in Alberta, there was one riding/county in the entire province that did not vote Conservative.
So is Alberta like the Texas of Canada?
Oh man.
Oh no.
Yes. And even worse, like it is like at least in like Texas you have Austin.
Yeah.
Like it's extremely conservative. Extremely. Like I said, only one county in the entire province did not vote Conservative. So like kind of yes.
No. No.
Yeah, it's extremely conservative.
Hey, Ice Goddess, don't feel bad. I haven't been outside of the United States personally. She was saying that she feels like everyone has been there. I think Italy is what they were talking about. But like,
I haven't even been.
Yeah, I haven't even been to Canada, and I don't have any excuse because I used to live in New Hampshire, and it's just a quick few hours to drive up to the border.
Go on a weekend trip to Montreal. It's so lovely.
I know. I really should. I have a passport. I'm just
go up there, get some pancakes.
I don't have any Canadian currency. I don't know where to get it.
It's cheap for you to buy it.
Is it?
Yes.
It's easy to get too. Like if you were at a hotel, all the hotels would do a currency exchange for you.
Yeah, they absolutely would. $1 American will buy you $1.44 Canadian. So, so it's 50 American dollars, you'll get 71 Canadian dollars kind of thing.
Hey, Tapeworm, are you in New England? Another New
She's
England
in Florida.
person? Oh, you just go up to New Hampshire? Yeah, it's beautiful up there. I love it. Oh yeah, that's right. The Florida.
Yeah, see, Montreal is wonderful.
I really should at least visit one time. I'm so close, really. If you think I could drive there.
Ugh, yeah. You should. Montreal's a great city.
Do you have to speak French?
Not in Montreal, no. Everyone will start in French with you. They'll say bonjour, and then as soon as they hear you say bonjour in your terrible accent, they'll be like,
Bonjour.
yeah. I was there
Place.
2 years ago, 2023. I was there. And Montreal, like other places in Quebec, are absolutely French only and
Yeah.
like hostile to English speakers.
Ugh.
But Montreal is extremely bilingual, and there's no problem at all to speak English there.
Yeah. I might want to.
Yeah, I always like tried because I have basic, like very extremely basic French. And I would like get in an Uber or walk into a store and they'd say bonjour and I'd be like, bonjour. And they'd be like, oh, hi.
Yeah, you're not French. Stop it.
Okay.
I know you're one of them.
Hey, I
Yeah.
tried. Womp womp.
Mhm. But yeah, there are parts of like more rural Quebec that like they literally don't speak English. Like they don't know how to speak English. So
Yeah.
I do wonder how their French might differ from French.
French.
It's very different.
Yeah, very different.
Yeah, my family used to speak Canadian French back in my grandmother's generation. My mother used to speak it when she was a kid, but the nuns beat it out of her when she was little. So
no, not the nuns.
They did. Yeah, they demanded she speak English, so she lost it. But when her mother and her aunts and stuff would get together, they would speak Canadian French, and it's very different than Parisian French.
I've been wanting to learn Spanish, but then I'm like, if I go online to learn Spanish, is it like Mexico Spanish or is it Spain Spanish? Is there a difference? I have no idea.
There's a difference.
There is a difference.
I would like to learn the Mexico kind.
And same with like Colombian Spanish versus Argentinian Spanish. There's a difference.
My grandmother told me a French Canadian curse is tabernacle.
Yes. Tabernacle. It's like really, really sacrilegious. It's like a really do not say that around older French people.
Like, I'm not religious, so when she told me that, I was like, so it's just the word tabernacle in French? Like, why is that a curse?
Yeah.
It's not even the word like, fuck. Like,
it's
what?
Basically, it's saying like, fuck the church.
Wow, the church gets its own curse word. That's pretty special.
A lot of Quebec French curse words are like religious in nature.
Yeah, but it's just the word tabernacle. It's not like fuck the tabernacle. Like I don't know.
Did French Canada have like a thing with the church? Did they not want it in Canada or something?
No, I think they're very Catholic. Generally. Very
Catholic. Very. Oh yeah, French Quebec is extremely Catholic.
Yeah,
extremely Catholic.
They'd probably be offended if I was like, Jesus Christ, you know, which I say all the time.
Mm-hmm. I wonder what it was like for them coming over here when a lot of other people coming over here did that because they were beefing with the Catholic Church on the other side.
Man, the different branches of Christianity have all beefed with each other.
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all believe the same thing, really.
Yeah.
I mean, to my unreligious, untrained eye, it's like, okay, why are you fighting? You believe the same thing. I mean, I understand why Jewish people and Christians fight because they disagree on Jesus's status, right? Like that's a big thing. Yeah. But like Christians that all believe in the same thing, like just different denominations of it, it's weird.
Right, like when whether you're like Catholic or Anglican or
Protestant
or Baptist or whatever, like it's all y'all believe that Jesus is the Son of God and he is the way, the truth, and the light. Like,
wasn't it like seen as an issue that wasn't JFK was Catholic or some president?
Yes, he was.
It used to be a really big deal if someone was Catholic. Like it was almost like I don't like the lewd version of Christianity. Like, ooh, they're
Well,
Catholic.
I think it was interesting because they're like, oh, well, if he's Catholic, then he's just gonna follow the Pope. I'm like, wait, what? He needs to lead America, not be a pawn of the Pope. Like, huh?
Listening to other, like my mom just recently converted to being a Baptist, unfortunately. And she told me that she thinks Catholics are, quote, demonic.
Yep.
And I'm
my,
like,
my grandparents all thought the same thing.
Why? I just don't understand. It's almost like they consider Catholicism like the degenerate branch. They're like, oh, they have idols and
yeah, like the
pretty
false idols thing
churches.
and like all the gold and the like
Yeah.
what's with like worship of Mary and all this stuff. Like
Yeah. Yeah, and
my grandmother had some. She was a nice old lady, but oh my gosh, she said some shockingly foul things about Catholics a few times.
Yeah, they don't like the fact that they confess, like have confessional or anything like that. They don't like that.
That's like one of the big, I think, problems or what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. But the reason that a lot of like Christian denominations don't like Catholicism is because a lot of like Christianity believes like you need to have a personal, special relationship with Jesus. And you don't really.
Yeah.
It's with like your priest is your connection to, and it's not even really Jesus, it's God. Obviously Jesus is very important in Catholicism as the Son of God, but he's not like, whereas like, Christianity says like, Jesus is my savior, I give my life to Jesus. That's not such a thing in Catholicism. He's obviously extremely important still, but yeah, it's more about your connection to God via your priest. And so you confess your sins to the priest, who receives direction from God on how to amend your sins, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I know, I can see how that's problematic.
And also like the Pope being like the official authority. Again, they believe divinely guided by God, but like Christianity, they don't think there should be like a singular authority over the whole faith.
It's funny that they say that, but they still have their people of power in their denominations. Like they have the pastors and all that. So
but
I know it's not the same as
it's not the same. Like there's not, because there is not one single authority guiding all Baptist churches on what to do and what the rules are. Whereas in Catholicism, there is, whether you're in small town Alberta or you're in Italy or you're in Buenos Aires, Argentina, like all of the Catholic churches are doing all of the exact same masses, exact same rituals, exact same practices, because it's directed from the Pope.
Yeah. Okay. I can see that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And then there's the idol stuff and the saints and Mary. And
I do agree Catholics are the most camp. And this might just be my experience, is that honestly, like maybe it's just the Catholics. My extended family's Catholic, and I've known more Catholics than other denominations, but most of them are pretty chill, like with regular life stuff. Like they're not gonna come down on you too hard. Whereas some of the uber non-Catholic Christians have been more judgmental about that kind of thing. So like the Catholics are like, yeah, I mean, if you have like premarital sex or whatever, you just like confess your sin and you'll be fine. just get married before the baby's born. It's fine.
Yeah, it's a little bit different.
I think
a lot of. Go ahead.
My introduction to Catholicism was all through mafia movies. So they like go murder like 10 people. I'm like, I'm sorry, I murdered 10 people.
I confess.
Okay, it's fine.
Yeah,
Father, I have sinned.
I think a problem people have also is based on Catholic Church law, a priest cannot divulge a confession to anyone, even if it's murder. Like by church law, you can confess to murder, and the priest will tell you how to amend for your sin, and you're good to go. And the priest, by church law, cannot like report that to the police or anything. And people have a problem with that, obviously.
Yeah.
I will say I did watch the recent movie Conclave starring Voldemort because I wanted to see all the costumes.
How was it?
Okay, so it is a beautiful looking movie, well shot, well acted, very tense. Because I went in not really knowing what the plot would be, but like the first 5 minutes leads you to think it might be like a murder mystery, perhaps.
Ooh.
I liked the whole thing. I did think so. They wanted to do a twist ending. And while I'll say, yeah, the ending was a twist, due to the nature of the twist, I wasn't really sure what the writer of this movie was trying to convey.
Oh, yeah. Is that the one you talked about?
Yeah. So on one thing, I'm like, okay, because I'm like, are you... I was just confused what the message was supposed to be. I can see what they were maybe going for, but I think the way they went about it didn't make too much sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went for the costumes, and boy, did I get costumes. Voldemort, I feel like in every other scene, he had a different like Jesus outfit on. It's
Jesus outfit.
Because they had like this huge ceremony, and for every different part of the ceremony, they gotta put on a different cape or whatever. I'm like, this is so much.
Yeah.
I'm like, where did you even get these? Like, do they just have them in storage somewhere?
Yeah, maybe.
Do they ship one to you when you like get a like? I don't even know how they. The Catholic government thing is still a bit of a mystery to me, but I do find the costumes quite.
Yeah, it's very camp. That's a good word for it. Yes,
very camp.
Performance, gothic.
Oh, very gothic.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it was such a moody film. I'm like, ooh, we've got this aesthetic going on.
Yeah, very aesthetic. Yeah.
Meanwhile, I just want to see Voldemort in a role where he smiles. I've never seen that man smile.
Oh, Rafe, whatever his last name is.
Yeah.
Fiennes?
Yeah.
Fiennes?
It's Rafe.
Oh, it's Rafe?
What?
Yeah.
What? I always think his name was Ralph.
It's spelled Ralph, but it's pronounced Rafe.
Oh, really?
Where's he from?
Yes.
That's pretentious as hell.
It's probably some like Swedish thing.
Is it? I thought he was British. I don't know.
He is.
He might be British, but you know, like.
But it says Ralph can be pronounced Rafe, especially in southern England.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay.
Well, southern England has an issue.
Rafe is the traditional Old English pronunciation. The L was never voiced.
Wow.
Okay. I stand corrected, I guess. I gotta stop calling him Ralph, I guess.
Oh yeah, let's remember just saw Nosferatu. And see, I was gonna skip that, but recently on Twitter, I finally saw a leaked image of what the monster looks like because I thought this monster's gonna freak me out. I think I can make it through, maybe.
Ooh.
Who knows? Maybe what's on streaming.
Joan and I, when we streamed last week, talked about Nosferatu, and I really would like to see it. I just have not yet.
No spoilers.
It just looks so scary. I'm bad at scary movies. But if I stream at home and I can like cover half my screen.
Now, I haven't seen it, but I've heard that it harkens back to the old black and white movies. Am I wrong? Did I hear wrong intel? Because if that's the case, it might not be too like overtly scary if they're trying to go for that old vibe.
Maybe. Well, since I did see a picture of the monster is quite scary.
Oh.
Ooh, I have not, and I don't want to. I'm trying to avoid it. Yeah, I like a horror movie.
I just rolled in school and said, "Oh my god, what's that?"
I like a horror movie, but only in my own home where I can pause it and do a lap around the kitchen to calm down.
Yeah.
I can't like, I need to be able to control the TV, hit pause, take a breath.
Yeah. See, I'm weird. If I know I'm going into a scary movie, I spoil myself with spoilers.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I want to know all the graphic gross scenes. Like I'll go on websites and be like, okay, what are the graphic scenes? And I just want to read them. That way I'm prepared. Like, oh, okay, in the second act, someone burns to death. All right, I'm prepared for it. Oh, someone gets shot here. Whatever. Yeah, but that's kind of weird. Most people don't like to do that. So just it helps though. Helps to know what the violence. I don't want to spoil the plot. I just want to spoil like the graphic scenes. I just want to know what I'm in for.
Yeah, because I usually don't watch horror films. If I see one like Nosferatu, it's like, oh, this looks like a very prettily composed movie. I'll then go read the entire plot of the movie, and then maybe at some point in the future I'll see clips of it. But then a lot of them, so Nosferatu and like Midsummer that I've seen sort of behind most of my eyes closed the entire time. A lot of horror movies feature like a lot of like nudity and stuff. So I was like, if it's gonna be a full blown crotch shot, I don't want to see it.
Full
But if I know
frontal.
it's coming, I can prepare.
Yeah. Yep. I like to know any of those scenes are coming too. And if I read something that sounds really gnarly, I'll be like, nah, maybe this isn't for me. Like extended torture and stuff. Like how Ballistic just said, I like scary movies, but I hate gore. I feel like slasher movies are just women serving as torture porn for men to watch. Yeah. I can't do those. Those ones are off my list completely.
Yeah, because if I have to watch a movie like The Shining, I'm usually fine. Because that is, I don't even know if that counts as a horror movie.
It's more psychological.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can do those because like, okay, I can be stressed out for a while.
I think the most graphic scene in that movie is the dead woman who's like fully frontally nude.
Yeah.
In what movie?
The Shining.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know that scene where she's coming out of the bathtub and
yes.
Yeah. Sorry to spoil the 1976 movie, The Shining.
To this day, I have always covered my eyes during that scene. Because I was like, no, don't open the door, don't open the door.
They always go in there, though.
Mm-hmm.
We can just not go in there and end the movie. Like, avoid that whole situation. That's why I felt so seen in this Marvel show, Moon Knight, where they're like sneaking into the pyramid and they're trying to find whatever. Ooh. So there's two paths. There's one path that's covered in like blood and bones. And then there's one path that's clear. And the main character said, let's not go the blood path. Let's go the opposite way. I said, yes. Great decision. I support you in that choice.
A lesser show would have been like, let's split up. Half of us go down the bloody gore path, and the other half go down the good path.
Well, spoiler, they did end up split up because the monster came for them anyway, but they worked it out.
Yeah.
Boo.
See, and then another show would trick the protagonist into thinking that the good path was the good path, but it turns out to be even scarier than the blood and gore path. Subversion.
Yes. So that's why the movie The Labyrinth always stressed me out.
Oh yeah. I haven't seen that in way too long.
Because one girl has to make all these choices. I said, I feel like these are both equally bad options.
Yeah.
I really want to watch The Labyrinth.
Oh, that's a fun one.
I
haven't seen that in so long.
Labyrinth is fun. Pan's Labyrinth, not fun. No fun to be had.
Oh, you know what? Pan's Labyrinth was what I was thinking of.
No.
Are you guys talking about the
David Bowie one?
Yeah, that's just Labyrinth.
Yeah.
Okay. No, Labyrinth. Not the Labyrinth. Pan's Labyrinth. If I'm talking about Pan's Labyrinth.
I love Labyrinth. I grew up with that movie.
Yes, me too. Iconic.
It's so good. It's so rare to see an honest female coming of age story that doesn't like sexualize the girl really and like addresses the discomfort of like growing into an adult woman, which I think Labyrinth did really well.
See, I didn't. So I think like maybe about a year ago, I watched a video about Labyrinth, and they were talking about the themes, and I hadn't seen it since I was a kid, and I was like, wait,
Yeah,
I didn't know that was all going on. I just thought we were trying to get through this maze.
Like a scary labyrinth. Yeah, no.
I didn't know the themes either until I grew up, and I looked back, and I was like, oh shit. Like the whole thing with David Bowie is showing how like older men like predate upon teenage girls, right? And they try to charm and manipulate them. And on her part, there is a little bit of like fascination and curiosity, but it's made abundantly clear through the whole movie that this guy's bad news, totally bad news. I could talk forever about Labyrinth. I think it's brilliant. It's brilliant.
The whole song,
if you read the lyrics of the song during that scene where she gets drugged and she's dancing with him in the ballroom, the lyrics are about a guy taking her virginity.
Oh.
Yeah. Ugh. And how like discomforting that whole thing is. Like I think it's done so well. Like it's just it really speaks to the female side of the experience, in my opinion. Yeah, exactly. Lest we remember, I remember being a kid, and when she said, "You have no power over me," I thought like, oh, that's kind of a cop-out, right? Like that's easy. But that was the truth the whole time. Like he had no power over her. She only thought he did. And that's always the case with like these older creeps that try to manipulate teenagers, right? They think that they can just, but the girl just has to realize that he doesn't have the power she thinks he has over her, and she can just get away from him. I thought it was good.
Meanwhile, the message of Pan's Labyrinth is life sucks sometimes.
Yeah, Pan's Labyrinth is freaky. I watched it so long ago, and my main memory was the fact that the girl was so young, and like she didn't seem to have much survival instinct. And I'm like, girl, turn around. He's right behind you. Turn around. Oh my God. It was just so stressful.
I just looked and I just realized that that's Jennifer Connelly.
Oh yeah. That's one of her first roles.
Yeah. 1986.
She was 15, I think, in that role. Dang. If I remember correctly. Yep.
I wish I had talent. Of the showbiz variety.
Oh, I don't. Would you really want to be famous though? That sounds like hell on earth.
Would I want to be famous? No. Would I want to be in Star Wars? Yes. So
you could be like an alien. You could wear alien makeup or a helmet or something, and nobody would ever know it's you, but you'd still be in it, right?
Yeah, I would. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, Star Wars.
Yeah, I always told the actors I work with, I'm like, look, if you get into Star Wars, like, I don't care what roles, like, you could be like an alien in the background, call me, and you need to tell me everything you see on set so I can try to figure out what this next thing's gonna be about.
You need to go to a casting call for extras on the next Star Wars.
See, sometimes I'll see casting jobs for, I guess there's like cruises that might be Star Wars themed or something, or maybe hiring for the theme parks. And it's like, we need a stormtrooper. I'm like, I could be a stormtrooper. Yeah. Maybe I should try. Make my debut.
Yeah.
Listen, you could be random Coruscant or whatever, alien number 54 in the background, and have like 0.3 seconds of screen time, but you would be in a Star Wars.
I would.
Forever. Unless they cut your scene.
I would be devastated. I would write a very sternly worded email about it, actually.
Listen, like, hey. Number 54, she's essential to the plot. Okay, you got to keep her in there.
That's funny. That's yes, live your stormtrooper dreams.
Right. I believe in you. Do it.
You can do it.
Yeah, I was thinking of going to a Comic-Con in my city this year, but unfortunately it happened. It ends the day before I get back from one of my tours.
Oh, bad timing.
Yeah, I haven't been to a Comic-Con since my freshman year of college. And technically, I don't really like cons because they're very crowded. Everyone smells bad. But, but a lot of my favorite TV shows are happening right now. So if I got tickets, there's a high likelihood the actors from the series I like would be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cons are dangerous ground with hygiene.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be careful who you stand next to. I don't know what it is about nerds and hygiene. As a nerd, I'm ashamed.
One thing at cons is there will be a lot of people that smell bad, and at the closest hotel there will be an orgy.
Oh God, a furry orgy, probably.
No.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Yeah, for real, enlightened female. Showers. Like, what's so hard about taking a damn shower?
Well, if you've got to wait in lines for these super popular panels from 8 p.m. the night before.
Hey, no, you don't get that kind of funk just from that time of shower, okay? That's like a week's worth of funk on some of these people. Okay, there's no excuse. Okay, we're all a little ripe after standing in line, since 8 p.m. the previous day. Okay, that's fine. It's like when you get off a flight and you're like, ugh, I need a shower, right? But no excuse for some of these people. Literal pig pen stink clouds around them. Get out of here.
And then if you're in cosplay, they just grab you. You're like, what?
Oh.
Unhand me, you fiend.
We're throwing you in the shower against your will. I'm going to hose you down.
Too funny. Too funny.
Exactly, enlightened female, with soap. And you can't just let it run down your body passively. You have to scrub in the crevices with some kind of cloth or sponge or loofah or whatever you like. Get in there.
Yeah, there was this one guy on one of my tours. So it's pretty common on tour for the venue or the show to provide bath towels. But in terms of like washcloths or loofahs or whatever thing you use to scrub your body, that's usually not provided. So you have to bring your own. So one guy came on tour, and then we must have been like 5 or 6 weeks in. And he's like, hey, can you have the runner today buy a washcloth for me? And I said, oh, well, I could, but I'll need to take your money. He's like, yeah, because I've just been using my hands this whole time. I said, oh no, yeah, don't do that, please.
Yeah,
please scrub yourself with more than your hands.
Better than nothing, but ugh.
So it's been over a month, my dude. Over a month. You've had time.
You can order them on Amazon.
Yes. I always get hotels that are right next to a Target, right next to a Walmart. Like, fix yourself.
There's so many options. You can go anywhere for like a big bulk. Go to Costco. I don't know, whatever.
Oh, BRB, my French fries have arrived.
Go. Very exciting.
I'm living vicariously through her right now.
Right?
And her DoorDash McNuggets and French fries.
What French fries?
I know. And I know McDonald's are like the worst French fries for you.
But they're the best.
So good. Why are they the best? Probably because they put all kinds of shit and make you addicted to them in it. But
there's nothing like a fresh McDonald's French fry.
Seriously. Oh, Nana, I love ramen too.
I had some really good ramen a while ago. I was in a different city and I just went to a ramen restaurant there and it was so good.
I love ramen with like a soft-boiled egg in it. Some tender, whatever meat of your choice. Or if you don't eat meat, all the veggies. And they're so good. I need to make myself some ramen.
Me too.
Yeah, ice goddess with the egg on top. Like just crack it in there as the soup is cooking and then turn the burner off and just let the egg kind of soft boil on top of the broth. Get that flavor in there.
Mm-hmm.
So good. And then when when you're eating it, you kind of break the egg open a bit and some of the yolk will be in the broth. It's just amazing.
Hell yeah. Ramen with the creamy umami broth.
Yeah, so good.
I had ramen the other day, but now I'm having the soul of America. McDonald's French fries. For all I know, this isn't even a real potato.
Contains 5% actual tomatoes or potatoes.
Because as you know, McDonald's was not serving milkshakes today. And so I could go to Shake Shack. That is an option I have. However, Shake Shack French fries just don't do it for me.
No, McDonald's are the best. Radical and I were talking about that while you were fetching your fries.
Fetching your fries.
Fetching your fries. And Lane Female, Shin Ramen was my preferred brand back when I did eat like packaged ramen. That's so good.
I've never heard of that.
Oh yes. It is the top tier brand, particularly those Koreans.
Shin Ramen.
Shin. And Shin Black is the best kind.
Yes, I definitely have seen those. There we go. I just didn't know.
I have a lot of work trauma surrounding Shin Ramen, the Koreans say, because I worked with a lot of Korean artists, and boy, if that stuff runs out, it's like, you want to be fired? Go get more.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good though. I can't blame them. Shin Black is the best. Yeah, it's a little more expensive, but it's worth it. So if you like ramen, I definitely recommend it. But you have to have some spice tolerance. It's got a little kick to it. So if you can't do any spice at all, you probably won't like it.
It's not for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rick, now I'm getting hungry.
I know. Well, we've been here for over 2 hours.
I know.
McDonald's, it tastes like freedom.
Fuck yeah, America.
America.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, well, I think wrap up, if that's okay with y'all.
Yeah, go get some food.
It's Star Wars time.
Yeah, Expired Milk has to watch Star Wars.
Yeah.
I hope it's perfect. I have a couple things to share before we do. So I'm going to put a link in the description box to the Discord server if anyone wants to join it. Oh, hi, Joan. Hello. What are you doing awake? Go to bed.
Like actual morning
in England. The actual middle of the night.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, yeah, so I'll put once this is over, you'll have to refresh, and then the link to the Discord server will be in the description. So that'll be there. And then housekeeping. So there's gonna be some changes around here on my channel. I don't really care to disclose, but I have a situation that's it's nothing bad, so don't worry. But I just have a situation that's going to prevent me from streaming as much as I was or as much as I might like to. So I was streaming twice a week. It might be going down to once a week and sometimes not even at all in a week, but I'm going to do my best to continue when I can, as often as I can. It's only temporary. And in the springtime, things will be back to normal, but I just have some stuff going on that's going to take me away from streaming as regularly as I would like to. Yeah. So there's that. And then, if you could be so nice as to like the stream and also leave us a comment when it's over, that would be really appreciated. That's the nicest thing for YouTube algorithms. Wah, wah. So that's that. Thanks, Nina. Yeah, I just have some stuff going on. It's not bad. There's nothing to worry about. It's just going to take me away from the ability to stream as much as I'd like to for a couple of months. But yeah.
Yeah.
So life goes sometimes.
Do what you got to do.
Yeah. So there's that. And that's it. So thank you, Expired Milk and Existential Gamer, for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
And thanks to the amazing chat. It was so nice to see all of the names we know and love here this evening. So thank you to all the women for hanging out with us too. And even though I just said I'm probably not going to stream as much as I want to, I might try to stream on Friday. Because I might be able to. But yeah, so keep an eye out for that, and have a great evening, everyone, and we'll see y'all on the next one.
Hi, everybody. Oh, girls.
I'm leaving that up. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Be with you.
Bye.